Hi, class. So now you're going to be listening to me read to you the option two, which is social media privacy for children sources. The prompt is: should parents share images of their kids online? So here is source number one. It is called Give Your Children a Chance at Privacy. It seems reasonable enough. On the last day of your daughter's soccer camp, you snap a few photos of her with the ball. During the game, you record the video. After her victory, you take some more pictures of your sweaty mess because you're a proud parent. The problem is what happens next. That moment you decide to upload those photos and videos from your cell phone to Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Once you post and tag your child, she becomes subject to an array of databases over which you have little control. I'm a parent, and I understand the desire to share happy memories in real time with family and friends. I'm also a digital media futurist, which means that I know that social networks we use aren't closed circuits and that our digital identities are increasingly and inextricably linked to our faces. Facial recognition technology is now engineered into more than you may think: our search engines, our photo editing apps, even our connected TV sets. In the next 5 years, our faces will start to replace passwords. They'll also be used by law enforcement, government officials, and companies to quickly learn who we are both online and in the real world. Pause the video now and highlight any information that is for or against your position about social media sharing. Then resume. We're resuming here. This generation, the millennials, is the most surveyed generation in our history. By recording and publishing our children's every dental visit, afternoon recital, or poopy diaper, we're removing any possibility of their future privacy. Once you tag photos and videos with your child's name, you've contributed a significant amount of actionable information to somebody else's structured database. Machine learning algorithms can then analyze your photos and over time recognize your children, even as they age. Right now, I can easily learn where someone lives, where they work, where they went to high school, and who their close friends are using only a photo to start. Children whose parents willingly contributed photos and videos online will increasingly be easier to search, parse, and identify. Pause the video now and highlight any evidence you see. Resume here. Sharing that kind of content may have an additional unintended consequence. Because millennials are used to being recorded, they are more likely to post an incriminating photo of themselves online. And since photos can be searched, the Generation X and baby boomer managers, meaning the older people, are more likely to use data scraped from social networks to make hiring decisions. It's not that these managers object to a drunk night at a school necessarily, but that the photo was captured and published for the public to see. The problem is that the Generation X and baby boomers do not always decontextualize the data they're using to inform their decisions. So they don't always think, oh, well, she was just at a party. They don't care because the photo was posted, even though they cause the shift in how our attitude towards privacy has evolved as technology has become more ubiquitous, means common. For parents who want to remain connected to their friends and family, there are plenty of alternatives that won't compromise your child's privacy now or in the future. Pause the video and make sure you have the evidence for that article. Now, Article 2: your baby's digital footprint, but it will be okay. While Brianna was pregnant with her daughter, Abigail, she planned to keep pictures of Abigail completely off social media. But a few weeks after Abigail was born, Brianna's sister-in-law posted a picture of the new baby on Facebook, foiling Brianna's plan. Brianna considered herself a fairly active social media user, and at one point she had about 1,000 Facebook friends. But she wanted to guard Abigail's privacy, as well as give her daughter the chance to shape her own online presence. Unfortunately, children today won't have that luxury. They will inherit their digital footprints. Just as parents' genes and child rearing techniques help shape a child's identity, parents' digital habits will construct their children's online identities, at least until children are old enough to take the reins. I interviewed Brianna and 21 other mothers as part of a research study with the University of Michigan, and that examined their decision-making process to post baby pictures online. While most mothers felt comfortable sharing pictures of their children online, many also expressed concerns over their inability to control where that information went. These 22 mothers by no means represent the experience of all parents, but their insights provide a starting point to consider how parents' use of digital technology can affect their children. Pause the video now and take any notes you need, highlight any pros or cons against social media sharing or pros for social media sharing. Resume here. I sympathize with Brianna's position because she was unable to carry out one of the first parenting decisions she made. But one thing is clear: control is no longer an effective paradigm to evaluate the relationship between privacy and information. When your baby pictures appear on Instagram, Dropbox, Gmail, etc., who really controls them? The terms of service and privacy policies that govern these tools evolve constantly, and absolute control over information is impossible, even for experts. Not to mention that newborns have no control over their pictures being taken in the first place. Focusing on control over information made sense when people kept physical photographs. In a pre web age, the pictures of you splashing in a bath or smearing birthday cake on your face sat in albums or shoeboxes, viewed only when mom pulled them out of the closet. When these pictures appear online, they reach a much broader and potentially unknown audience, and people can easily make copies of the pictures. This also means that other people can use baby pictures in unintended, potentially disturbing ways. For example, a report recently discussed the alarming baby role playing subculture, in which people take photos of kids from strangers' social media accounts and pretend online that the children are their own. Take a moment, pause the video, and highlight any evidence that you see. Resume here. It's tempting to suggest that parents shouldn't post pictures online, but this ignores the real benefits they experience from doing so. Sharing pictures online helped the mothers I interview feel connected with family and friends, which is especially important for parents whose friends and family don't live nearby. They receive social support and validation, which is helpful when dealing with loss of sleep and the overwhelming responsibility of caring for a tiny human being. For those who cherish their experience of motherhood, sharing pictures online created a record of those memories. Also, family and friends constantly ask to see more baby pictures, so many parents may feel pressure to share them online. At the same time, mothers recognized that by sharing pictures, they were making decisions on behalf of their children that couldn't easily be reversed. Eventually, their children would grow up and develop opinions about what they wanted their parents to share and not share online. Pause the video now and cite your evidence. Rather than seek to control their children's digital footprints, parents can engage in what we call a privacy stewardship. This means that parents should consider what types of information they feel are and are not appropriate to share about their children online, and then communicate their preferences to family and friends. About half of the mothers in our study talked with their husbands about sharing baby pictures online. 2 mothers included their sharing preferences on birth announcement emails. Rebecca asked people to avoid posting pictures of her daughter on Facebook, and Judy asked people not to post her son's first name on Facebook. Nevertheless, it's impossible to control other people's actions. Judy's mother in law sometimes posted her son's first name in Facebook comments, and Judy sent her a text message when that happened. Lindsay's sister in law reposted pictures that Lindsay had shared on her own profile, despite Lindsay's preference that others not post pictures of her daughter online. And there's other examples here. Many of them could support your opinion or go against it. Privacy stewardship acknowledges that sharing decisions vary from parent to parent. Parents can share a lot of information about their child online and still look out for their child's best interest. Take Marina and Kara. Marina's best friend maintained a popular YouTube channel with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and Marina happily let her friend feature her son in a few videos. Meanwhile, Kara created a Facebook profile for her son, and she posted videos and images that depicted the full spectrum of his developing personality. So basically, the rest of this article is just talking about how there's the choice between the two things. So finish reading this article and highlight it for any pertinent evidence. Once you're done, let's move on to Article 3. This talks about the video we watched in class. Now, for this article, I'd like you to read it on your own, and it talks about the viral video and what happened with David after the video went viral, and I think it will be of interest to you. Remember to highlight both pros for social media sharing and cons against sharing videos and pictures on social media. Good luck.